Hello everyone, today we are checking out something from the Mag Lord himself, Magni Dezmond, his first original song. I am very excited to give this a listen. I wasn't really aware this was happening, so very excited. Thank you very much to those of you who recommended this to me and let me know about this. Let's just jump right on into things. I'm very excited to hear Magni sing this. I've heard him sing in his live karaoke's before, but I have not heard him really mixed outside of his one group song. So let's just jump right on into things in 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh. Oh, this like 8-bit theme. Quite quiet here.
Looking around me, strangers on the street.
All right. Okay. Ooh, okay. A lot of bass in this mix.
This is the way at the end of the day. A secret place where if you know, you know.
All right. Let's go back a bit and let's try to digest that mix right here. So we're getting quite a lot of bass in this mix, and it's very heavy on the percussion. The treble tones are a little bit suppressed. We're not getting too much of Magni's voice here, but I'm assuming that's because we're going to hear a lot more of it as we go further into the song. And we've got these digitized keys that are really interjecting into the track pretty often. And we're really getting that forward pushing sustain from the vocals alongside... Now, alongside kind of a subtle bass under the vocals. You know, we've got a bit of... we've got a bass track really pushing forward the vocals, as well as that really percussive bass drum.
This is the way at the end of the day. A secret place where if you know, you know.
Ooh, that transition. I was not expecting a flute for that transition.
You know, you know. When you step inside,
Ooh.
you can feel
Going back to that 8-bit-esque theme. Rhythm switch up. Nice cutout. This is a bit... This is a bit odd. Okay. I'm not sure if that was the chorus or if that was just like an interjection. It was a nice cutout, but it was a bit not the best hook there. But I get that that's sort of his theme. That's sort of his thing. That's I suppose a fun interjection. Very bassy. That was a nice transition there with the horn, though. I like that horn track. That really. That introduces a treble tone to really transition to the next segment.
I found the entrance, a door with a name. 2 knocks, all it takes. Now let's start the game, the bartender asked.
And I want to mention, we're getting these repeating treble-based keys that are... It's a different key track from before, but it's a little more acoustic, a little more traditional keys this time, though you can still tell it's probably a keyboard, not acoustic keys. But it's keeping this nice treble sustaining tonality that isn't lost with the heavy bass, and that's pretty commendable, because a lot of times the heavy bass can overwhelm a track that's subtle, but we're getting just the right amount of intensity in that treble bass track to let it stand out without taking center stage. Of course, I do think this mix is a little too bass heavy, but I think it's supposed to be. So
what'll it be? I said something that's strong and that will set me free.
okay, instrumental cutout, nice.
In an ice cold glass said, this one's on me, but I bet it's not the last. Then I took a sip, I felt it rushing inside of me. This has to be a dream, cause I feel like I'm floating. When I stepped inside
Nice vocal projection here.
Feel the world come alive. The music played while the people swayed, and I gave up myself to the taste. Copium.
I do like that this time, instead of having the 8-bit theme, now we've kind of we're getting the same, we're getting a reference to that melody, but it's not the same track. Also, we're having a really good projection on really the build up for this, because I think even in his karaoke's, something you always notice about Magni's, I think his strength really is his projection and his ability to just throw his voice out there and really just grab someone's attention with his voice. Because a lot of people, you know, they have the technical skill, they can manipulate their voice, they can really get the pitch correct, but sometimes they just don't have enough support, they don't have enough projection to really grab an audience's attention. Sometimes it's just like the only people who would really, you know, notice that artist are people who are already trying to notice. Whereas Magni has that ability, he has the skill to project his voice and have that really confidence, really. It's really just confidence behind his voice to just throw it out there and give it his all. And that's something that's very commendable from any artist, and especially Magni here.
Copium. Hands up, buttons up. Yeah, copium.
Oh, we're getting some nice interjections and digital effects on this segment.
How you coping though? How you coping though?
Oh.
Life is hard. You look thirsty. You already know. How you coping though?
Okay.
How you coping though? Drop by my bar, but don't forget to bring the dough.
And I like this rise and fall that it brings in a nice lull, a nice progression to the song.
So now that I'm feeling
Going up high.
down, feeling lost in this lonely town.
Big bass pull out here.
Find my way back to the club, drink copium until I'm numb. Hands up, bottoms up.
Okay. All right. This is interesting. Okay, so not only are we getting a different bass support from before, after a bass cutout, we're also getting this new melody introduced, which is a lot more energetic, a lot more forward pushing than really the practically bass isolation we were getting for this segment before. Ooh. Okay. Instrumental is kind of going wild. Okay, guitar track, sure. I will say the bass guitar feels a little erratic there, though that might be the intention, but the bass guitar doesn't seem to quite fit in there. We're getting we're getting these multiple staggered notes from the bass guitar right before the bass drum really hits, which makes it feel a little messy, but that could very well be the intention. And we're also getting these vocal choral interjections as well, which are very nice. They have a nice touch. All right, I like the exhale we got there. Huh. Well, I think that was about as Magni as an original song from him could get. That was I'd say very defining of him. I enjoyed that. I mean, you know, I think the chorus was perhaps a tad lacking, but I think that last chorus was pretty well done. You know, we got a good amount of complexity, though I do think the bass guitar could use some work. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think, you know, I could say it could use some work, but that could very well be the intention, to get that messiness, to get that chaotic nature in to the song. You know, we've got these choral backings of interjections and cheering, and you know, it's supposed to be this allusion to intoxication. So, you know, we're gonna get some messiness, and that could be, you know, the reason why the mix was organized that way. And so, you know, we kind of had this steady descent into madness, sort of through intoxication and dependence. So, you know, I think there's definitely some compliments to be given at that, if it was intentional. Otherwise, I think the bass guitar could use some work if that wasn't intentional. But for the purpose of the song, I think it was good. I think it was good, well applied. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Though I will say, I really like Magni's voice, and I would have liked a chorus that sort of showed that off a little more. But I think it was still a good song, and definitely a good first song from Magni, because I think this kind of had a middle ground between just trying to get the catchy hook, trying to get something that people will remember, alongside also having some moments where he can really try to show off his vocal control and show off what he can do, as well as the music team behind him. So I think massive props to Magni and his team. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. So thank you very much for recommending it, and as always, feel free to recommend more in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.